extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set, 19. Escape situation, let's go. 50's the mark. 55.
On third down, here's Bo. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check the backer, check the backer. 36.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Check 43. Check motion. Hey, 59. 54.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Just like that. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Jim. Showing it. 24. Watch twits.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Mike 50, Mike. Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Over the middle here to Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I don't need to. Check the line. Get him. 36. 57.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
This is Gordon. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Melvin Gordon 28 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for two, but weren't really sure they should go for two. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
On the double. Hey, 50. 50's a mic. 50's a mic. Y'all not ready. Snap.
That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, exit. 52, ready?
From the gun, Steve Young. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Hey, echo. Mike 50. Switch up. Hey. Alert. Mike's 50. Watch the pass. Hey, Alpha.
And they just get the playoff. Now Young. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready, break.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Foxtrot. Check. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
What is that?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Check, 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 check. Hey, he's checking. Crash. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
They'll run with Jackson. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. I got him. On me.
We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 45 Check 45 Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 3rd down, it's Jackson, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Young. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Lambo now for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
For the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
52's the mic.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming. I'm ready.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. Young now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Out of the gun, it's Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big cat.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Ray Guy now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
27, check Mike, 27. Got you. Defense.
Following the interception, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Randy Moss there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead.
He was simply incredible at finding the end zone during his tenure in the NFL. Holds the NFL single-season touchdown reception record with 23 back in 2007, partner.
Well, you also reminded me that Randy Moss set the rookie record with 17 touchdown grabs all the way back in 1998.
Oh, you remember that season? He felt like he had so much to prove to the league. He didn't go as high in the draft as he thought he should have, and he tried to make everyone else pay.
So that one will be accepted. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And how much fun is it to watch Howie Long play defense? He spent his entire Hall of Fame career with the Raiders, initially playing for Coach Madden, and won a Super Bowl ring with the Raiders as well.
That's Super Bowl 18 over the Redskins, and I think Coach Madden was actually in the booth for that broadcast. And that was, what, 1984?
It certainly was. Big victory for the Raiders, gaining another Super Bowl title.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. McAllister, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here's Steve Young, forced out to his left, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. Flushed out right. Now Young loses the football and stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That one goes for 24 yards. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson on the move to his left. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Right side caught by Jackson. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Dancing to his left, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike, 45. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike, 45.
Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, check. 924. 922 is coming tall.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 14-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Lambeau on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, here we go.
Young on first down. Being chased out left. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Young. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you go on the field, but okay, I see you. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So now it's fourth down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
55. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Pilot, 64, weak. 50,
Mike 50, huh? Here I come.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, exit.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Bring it. Bring it.
Ready, ready.
Here's Young throwing on 4th down. Open man is Michael Thomas. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, McAllister. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
I'm scared.
They'll keep it on the ground. McAllister. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
52 to Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Hit it.
Young. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 21 yards away. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Zuerlein now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
45 the mark. 29. He's coming. We got double up. Down to the go.
Watson now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a 1st down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Tighten up. Slam.
One last throw here for Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that